Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. What up, you mother suckers? You mother bitch. I have badge right here, 99 cent, mother bitch. What movie is that, huh? I blow you. I blow you too. Mother bitch. DJ John T. Good damn evening, Americans. Greetings from Sweden, yeah. Guggen. What up? Good to see you guys again. Even though we were here 24 hours ago, I miss you guys so much. So much has fucking happened. My goodness. You can't fly anywhere? And that's not hey, that's not a joke. That's not hyperbole. It's facts. Yeah, flights grounded. I don't know if they're back up by now, but when I uploaded this live stream, you can't fly nowhere in America. U.S. flights grounded. What kind of shit is that? What has happened? They said it's some kind of a computer issue. I don't know if we've been hacked, but they said it's some kind of computer issue, so they had to shut down and ground all U.S. flights. When's the last time we had all U.S. flights grounded? You tell me. I'll look for your reply in the comment section. When was the last time we had all flights grounded in America? Now, hey, come on now, guys. Don't guess the wrong one, because I know what you're thinking. I know what the fuck you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking 9/11, right, Jericho? Definitely the most tragic day in U.S. history. Well, that depends on who you ask, right? Because if you ask the wrong person, they're going to say, no, that was January 6th. Or, none the miser, you got it right, July 6th. See, that's for those of you playing checkers or chess and not checkers. If you're playing checkers, you think it's January 6th. But as Bidenus Pervertus, our grandpa in chief, told us, it's July 6th. You need to be concerned. That motherfucker sat up there on January 6th and proclaimed it's all about July 6th. God, I can't make this shit up, man. I can't. And then a bomb goes off at the Golden Globes. Now you're thinking, a real bomb? No. A human being bombed on stage. This comedian, and I use that word very loosely, named Gerard Carmichael. And I've known of that dude for a long time. I don't know, 5 years or so, 5-10 years. And he had a TV show, like real quick as a hiccup, quick as a New York minute. And it was a shame. David Alan Grier played his father. And David Alan Grier, come on, that's TV royalty right there. But yeah, didn't work out. And I watched his comedy special, was not full of very much comedy. And he hosted the Golden Globes last night, and it was bad. I mean, awkward silence. You hear somebody in the background. It was horrible. And also the Great El Paso cleanup. You guys know what that is? You guys know what the Great El Paso cleanup is? The Great El Paso cleanup is what they did to El Paso, Texas, before Bidenus Pervertus came to town. Because we all know that that's the airport and other places around town is where they were stashing the illegals. The illegals who came a pouring across the border. They got to put them somewhere. So they had them living on the streets like homeless people. And in the airport, could you imagine walking through an airport and it's just lined with people laying up against the wall? Huh? Yeah, that's what they did. But you can't have all that around, because where the resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue goes is where the cameras go. And if the cameras are there with them, they're going to catch all of this, and he and they will be forced to acknowledge it. So they can't. They had to clean that shit up. And we've seen that before. Remember, we saw that in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, and China. Remember when they had the Olympics come through there? What did those places, what did Beijing look like when the Olympics were there? Streets were clean. People were happy. Everybody was smiling. We're not starving. We're not starving. Right? Same kind of thing there. So when Biden came through, they had to clean it up. I don't know what they did with him. I don't know if they had him like just on the other side of a wall with their hands over their mouth, like, waiting for him to pass by. I don't know. But they did something with him. Because those illegals were gone. Also, make sure you get to mygreengear.com. Shout out to my artiste, Ash. She drew up something. You guys remember I was talking about what America used to be? That luscious, long-legged beauty, and how we turned her into a coughing, emaciated, lesion-covered crack whore. Well, she put my image on paper, and I'm going to show it to you real soon. Real soon. Soon as you're ready. So, yeah, a lot of shit to talk about today, and then some. And did you guys hear about that female police officer? Here, let me pull this up. Shout out to my man at Right Wing Angel. And it says, according to hearts_of_oak_1776, Pentagon drops COVID-19 vaccine mandates for troops. Don't you love that? How people had to suffer through that, and then they say, all right, never mind. Changed our mind. Whoopsie daisy. We were wrong. Our bad. Remember that? Whatever. Don't worry about that shit. You guys are focused on the wrong thing. You guys are worried about what that shit did to your lives. Don't be worried about that. Let's move on. Move on. There it is. So you have people who talk about, and usually there's some guilt-ridden white liberal who went to some fucking bullshit college where the professor had a salt and pepper ponytail, a Hawaiian shirt, and a Subaru, right? But those are usually the type of people who talk about Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. You know, they put the little black square on their profile picture and things of that nature. Black Lives Matter. But rarely do people live it. You can talk it. You can talk the talk, but are you walking the walk? Are you getting out there in the streets and meeting the people? Huh? Are you shaking hands, kissing babies, and signing titties? Are you? Or are you just talking? Well, this lady said enough with the damn talking. I'm going to get out there and start doing. You guys can say Black Lives Matter, but I'm going to prove with my actions that Black Lives Matter. And how am I going to do this? Says the lady. I'm going to start by fucking a bunch of black dudes. Yeah. Go ahead, girl.
Laverne Police Department involving 8 officers. According to an internal investigation obtained by Fox 17, the allegations include unreported sexual relationships, sex acts performed while on duty and inside city-owned property, nude photos sent among co-workers, sexual harassment, and what's referred to as a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party at a sergeant's house. The department fired Patrol Officer Megan Hall, Patrol Officer Juan Lugo Perez, Sergeant Henry Ty McGowan, Sergeant Lewis Powell, and Detective Seneca Shields. The department suspended Patrol Canine Officer Larry Holliday, Patrol Officer Patrick Magliocco, and Patrol Officer Gavin Sherbrol. The investigation alleges Officer Megan Hall, who was sworn in August of 2021, had sexual relationships with 6 of the men. The report also shows Hall and other male officers engaged in sexual acts while on duty. Those took place in the police gym and inside the police station. Other allegations in the report include workplace violence, where Sergeant McGowan put his hands around the neck of an HR worker. On Monday, Fox 17 learned the department has 60 sworn officers on staff. That's down 12% since the findings of the sex investigation. We followed up. asking how many officers they would need to be at full staff and if this will impact their overall police response. We're waiting to hear back. In response to the investigation, Laverne Chief Burrell Davis shared a
Damn,
statement
Burrell.
explaining it's a difficult situation. They're addressing this internally, and they have enough staff to cover patrol shifts.
Damn. Oh, girl wasn't messing around. You guys are out here talking Black Lives Matter. She's living it. She's letting the Black Lives get all up in her. Damn, 6 officers, and she's married. That little picture down there on the bottom right, that was her and her husband. She's married. She says they both say that they're in an open marriage because they don't get no more open than that. It don't get no more open than that. Damn. And you know you're crazy if you're choking out the AR people. What'd that girl do? What kind of ill nana does she have when she has other officers choking out HR reps? Damn, girl, you better keep that thing under lock and key. Whew. Scott E., she's fugly. Yeah, man. She needs a checkup from the neck up. But let's be honest, that's not why they're there. That's not why they were there. Her milkshake brought all the officers to the yard, not her face. Leonard S., thank you. Brandon confused the Secret Service with the Salvation Army recently. Well, of course. He confuses everything, always. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sloppy Joe. Be protected by the Salvation Army instead of Secret Service. Go ahead. See how that works out, you simpleton. Feeny, thank you for the Hamilton. Did you hear about Harvard offering courses about healthcare for LGBT alphabet soup group plus infants? Infants! Jesus, take us now. Just when you think can't get more effed up. Again, what they want is unfettered access to our children. And age don't matter. There's some sick fucks in the world. Cannonballer 2020. Thank you, miss. She says, Uncle Jericho, good to see you. Good to see you too. Good to be seen. DJ John T. Thank you. Hey, Jericho, where's the feds? Uncle Joe had some secret papers he wasn't supposed to have. He forgot he had them. But of course he forgot. Apparently his lawyers were going through an office, cleaning up, like lawyers do. Lawyers are known for their spring cleaning. And they came across these documents. Some marked top secret, but you know what? What did that, hold on, guys. This must be important. It's my wife calling me. Man. Anyway. Spun Bearing 65. Thank you for the Hamilton. Brandon served in the Salvation Army, but got a Section 8 for plagiarism. What are you talking about, Spun Bearing 65? You act like this man has a history of lying. You act like this man claimed things that didn't happen. You act like he claimed to be top of his class. You act like he claimed to be top of his class. You act like he has said things like his son died in Iraq and other outlandish statements. What proof do you have, Spunberry 65, or anybody else? What proof do you have that Biden is a liar? I'll wait. I know. So much truth, you can't even handle it. So many examples. Okay, so let's see here. U.S. flights grounded. What happened? What happened? FAA. Uh-oh. Federal Aviation Administration. Is that what that stands for? Uh-oh. Let's go to CNN, trusted news source. CNN says flights delayed across the U.S. after FAA system outage. Okay, so what do we need to know? What we're covering. The Federal Aviation Administration has lifted a ground stop that was issued Wednesday morning following an outage to a system that provides pilots with notices they need before flying. Normal operations are resuming, but delays from the ground stop continue with over 8,000 flights delayed nationwide. According to the latest data from the flight tracking site FlightAware. Okay, so it looks like normal operations are proceeding. It says when air traffic control officials realized they had a computer issue late Tuesday, they came up with a plan: reboot the system when it would least disrupt air travel Wednesday morning. Ultimately, that plan and the outage led to massive flight delays and an unprecedented order to stop all aircraft departures nationwide, a source familiar with the FAA. FAA officials told reporters early Wednesday the issues developed in the 3 p.m. Eastern time zone on Tuesday. So that's noon. So I guess something happened. They said, we'll wait till the wee hours of the night and then we'll reboot the system. Can you reboot a system that big? Officials ultimately found a corrupt file in the main notice to air missions, or NOTAM, N-O-T-A-M. The source said a corrupt file was found in the backup system. The NOTAM is a critical and enormous safety computer system that advises pilots of issues along their route and at their destination. It has a backup, which officials switched to when problems with the main system emerged, according to the source. In the overnight hours of Tuesday into Wednesday, FAA officials decided to shut down and reboot the main NOTAM system. A significant decision because the reboot can take about 90 minutes, according to the source. They decided to perform the reboot early Wednesday before air traffic began flying on the East Coast in order to minimize disruption of flights. They thought they'd get ahead of the rush, the source said. The source. So during the process, the FAA told reporters that the system was beginning to come back online, but said it would take time to resolve. The system, according to the source, did come back up, but it wasn't completely pushing out the pertinent information that it needed for safe flight, and it appeared it was taking longer to do that. That's when the FAA issued a nationwide ground stop at around 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, halting all domestic departures. Damn. So imagine all those people, those millions of people in the airports around the country who were told, we fucked up. You're not going anywhere. But it'll only take 90 minutes because we've all been there. When you're at the airport and there's a delay and they tell you it'll be this long, that is bullshit. Leonard S. Thank you again. He says Brandon got his hand caught in the SA kettle and the fire department had to rescue him. Imagine the firefighter carrying him cradled in his arms like a small child. Yeah, you're a little older than I like, but I will sniff your neck anyway. Max Bang, thank you. When a dozen highly paid hookers, oops, I meant attorneys, rummage through a closet, you know there will be some ish. That's right. What are these in here? What are these? Can we chop coke on these? Uh-oh, those are top secret files. Shit. What do you mean by top secret? Is that what you want to do to me? No, you stupid. Shut up. Get out of here. You still have to pay me. Yeah, who knows how that went down? That just sounds weird. They were cleaning up. They just got their bandana and they put it on their head to keep their hair out of the way. And they got their denim long sleeve shirt and they rolled up the sleeves. Let's get some spring cleaning done in the Biden, whatever the fuck center this is called. That means absolutely nothing. What are they? It's like his something center for global some bullshit. It doesn't even make any sense. And they call it a think tank. I don't think Biden's ever been associated with a think tank or thinking. Taryn Lewis, what up? I got a situation on Dirty on my damn playlist now. Charles Turner Jr., thank you for the link and the Hamilton. I put this out earlier from our incompetent and incontinent grandpa in chief. What do you mean? How do you know he pisses himself? What has he done or said to make you think that he would piss himself? Everything. Julie Goldberg, thank you, miss, for the Hamilton. Love you. Tell it, Jericho. I shall. I shall. If you're here to hear it, Julie, I'm here to say it. And that's that. Yeah, none the miser. That think tank is empty. That think tank has an echo in it. Hello, 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 hello. Any thoughts in here? Here? I guess not. Biden think tank. Boy, that's gonna be a short day. If you work at the Biden think tank, that's gonna be a half day every day. Every day, that's a half day. Remember when you were in school, you got a half day, you get to leave right after lunch? Huh? That's what kind of day it is working at the Biden think tank. AK 1776. Man, if I had money, I would shower you in it, Jericho. Don't worry about that. Just be here. Okay? Shower me in your presence. All right? Sue Sabelburo. Yes, empty tank. That tank stays on E. It can't be filled. Creole lady says second batch found. Holy shit. They have the nerve. Remember how the footage? The footage you always see when somebody's getting raided or somebody's being paraded out by the FBI. That drone footage shows the whole grounds, all the red and blue lights, all the windbreakers, the blue windbreakers with the FBI on the back. We saw that shit, and that's unprecedented for that to happen to a president. For his home to be unfathomable, but they did it. They did it. Their bullshit knows no bounds. That's a bottomless pit. That's an abyss of stupidity. But they did it. They raided the home of a former president. But they did. And it seems to me like they're probably going to find the same amount, if not more, at Biden's place. Because remember, that's what they were saying. Well, we found more at Trump's. So it's different because Biden, we found less. And then that cackling Ginger Ahua on The View. Well, we know Trump's a liar. And we don't know Biden to be a liar. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. What do you mean, you ignorant? How can you sit there and say, in the information age, when everything is out there, that he is not a liar, so we need to give him the benefit of the doubt? Bitch. Leonard S., thank you again. Byron Donalds handled Joyless Reed in a recent interview. I mentioned him before they finally voted in a Speaker of the House. I mentioned Byron Donalds as being one of the guys. That would be great. That would be great for us, which they try their best not to allow. Sue Sabelburo, The View, a.k.a. the Mean Girls Club, a.k.a. the old Mean Girls Club, the old as fuck Mean Girls Club. Just miserable. Spunbrain 65, thank you again. Where's Merrick? The border is secure, Garland. I was wondering the same thing because he was on his high horse. He was galloping. That reminded me, the way he hopped on his high horse. There's a movie, I think it was in the 70s. It was called Buck and the Preacher with Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte. And there's a scene, I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid, but there's a scene in that movie where they're trying to make it, I don't remember if they're trying to save somebody or what, but there's a scene where Buck is riding a horse through the desert. It's by moonlight. And I mean, he was getting it. That horse was galloping. That horse probably dropped dead when they reached their destination. But I remember that sticking in my mind as a kid, the way he rode that horse across, the plains or whatever. That horse was getting it. And that's the way Mr. The Border Secure Garland got on his high horse when they found those documents at Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago. I mean, where the hat comes off, the cowboy hat blows off because they're going so damn, yeah, That's how he was. Got it. Smoking gun. Here it comes. Let Mr. Garland through. He has the smoking gun. Here he comes. But now he can't find that horse. Now they must have put that horse down. That horse is now holding some kid's project together in 4th grade. That horse is dead because they can't find it. I know Michael Coulter. That was my plan all along. Where is that damn horse? Because now you don't want to get on it. Weird. President. Documents. Classify. What's the problem? Mitch Connor, damn it. Don't you dare disobey. Yeah, I said it. Don't you dare disobey our senile, no, that's not what I meant to say. Our fearless leader. That was hard to say. How dare you? He says, Mitch Connor says, I use a gas stove. You know how he feels about gas stoves. He sent down his decree. He wants to get rid of those damn gas stoves. Get your hands off of me, you damn dirty apes. He wants those damn dirty gas stoves out of your house. Damn it. No more. He wants to ban the sale and the installation of new gas stoves. And you better step aside. You better step aside and let them bring in that electric stove that you'll be forced to use. So when the power goes out, you can't eat. Hey, Californians, you ever seen the power go out? Huh? Yeah, all the time. Well, now you can't fucking eat. So if you can't provide food in your own home, huh? What's that? Oh, hey, what's up, state government? You'll feed me? Oh, shit. Well, all right. I guess if you can't do it yourself, then you have to turn to who? Got it. The government, G-U-B-M-E-N-T, government. That's who you got to turn to, not yourself. You can't be self-reliant. And I know, I'll ask the question. I know what we're all thinking. Why in the fuck do you have time to even worry about stoves, Biden pervertus? Still dealing with a recession, still dealing with inflation. I was in a store the other day, a little gas station / convenience store. We got one near here called the Stop and Shop. You know, you get your gas and you go in this little mini grocery store, basically. Jar of mayonnaise. A jar of Best Foods mayonnaise. No, it's not the Best Foods mayonnaise with the gold sprinkles in it. It doesn't have the diamond cap on the jar. No, just regular mayonnaise. $9, $8.99. $8.99 for a fucking jar of mayonnaise. So until that's remedied, old man, sloppy Joe, don't worry about no fucking gas stoves because you got bigger fish to fry. I don't know about you guys, but the country I'm living in cannot afford to have almost use the L word. We can't afford to have our resident of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue worried about no damn gas stoves. We're just not there yet. Cannonballer 2020, once again, I thank you for the Twomsky. Watching female-to-male surgery yesterday has scared me for life. If any parent allows their child to do this, they are evil. See, that's the thing. The same thing with abortion. They just want it to remain a word. It's just a word that we say, abortion. Well, what does it mean? It means the ending or the killing of a baby. Okay? Whether it be chemical or what do they call it? The partial. Oh, damn, I can't remember, but it's like a segmented abortion or something like that. Well, here it is. I'm going to tell you what it is. even though I can't remember the title. I'll tell you what the procedure is, and it's gross. So you've been warned. What they do is they take forceps and a cutting tool or shears of some kind, and they go inside of the woman and they cut the baby into pieces and pull it out piece by piece. Or in some cases, they will stick, again, this is gross, but we got to talk about it. Or they will stick a hose, a little tiny hose, into the brain of the baby, into the skull of the baby, because it's not hardened yet. And they will suck the baby's brains out. That's what they do. So again, something like this, where it's reassignment surgery. Well, what's reassignment surgery? Taking you from this and making you into that. Sounds great, but when you look into the procedure, it's quite barbaric and disgusting. It's not just, oh yeah, we're going to take this, we're going to turn this inside out, we're going to do this, and burp, burp, burp. It's not a fucking balloon animal. It's a little more complicated than that. A little more blood than that. And to do that to your child? And then you do this shit so you can get these pats on your back in the circle of sick fucks that you run with. Oh, you're so accepting. Oh my God, I wish I had a turn kid too. And you do all this stuff to them, and you give them all the hormone blockers, and you cut their titties off and throw them away, and you origami their penis into something that's never going to function right. Well, what happens when they grow up and now they can't have babies, and they can have babies, but they have no breasts to feed them? Because remember, we tossed those when I was 15. So now I just got these scars here on my chest. Will my baby survive without breast milk? Yes. There's formula, I hope. Do we still have baby formula left? Or are they done dumping that shit out in the desert too? So will the baby live? Yeah, in 6 months or so, it'll be eating solid food, no problem. But you're robbing that woman of that connection. She could have had her baby breastfeeding with her. Not to mention, not just the connection, but it's easier. Here, shirt up, titty in your mouth, boom. You took that from her. So how can you look at your child knowing that you did this to them? Or what if they're sterile from the hormone blockers you gave him? And they look at you and ask you, why did you let them do this to me? Why did you let them take this from me? You're supposed to be my protector. I was supposed to be able to trust you. I'm supposed to be able to go back to back with you like the Charlie's Angels opening theme and fight whatever's out here, because I don't got to worry about you. You got my back. You're my mom. You're my dad. I can trust you. I can face the world and whatever they throw at me because I got you. Oh, shit, Mom, what are you doing? I don't want to take those. So what's going to happen? How are you going to look your kid in the fucking face after you've done that to them? Because of what? Because of a hashtag? Because of some likes? That is horrible. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Brian Hendricks, thank you, sir. Skills: the voiceover actor, the impressionist, the impersonations, the keeping it 100 with humor and facts. But Mr. Jericho, can you beatbox? Oh, man. I used to be able to. Back in the day, I haven't tried to beatbox. I don't even know, man. I don't even want to try it. It's been so long since I beatboxed, but I'm going to say yes. I could probably do it. Yeah, again, but I don't know. No, skills aren't up. Need more practice. Thank you for asking. Yeah, man, that's just horrible shit. No, Mandy Westcott. That's just really, really horrible, and it's really, really sad that they would do that kind of shit. No, I'm not beatboxing, and that's final. Coin underscore collector, excuse me. It's all part of the depopulation plan. And you know what sucks about shit like that? You don't want to think that the powers that be would do that to you. That's a pretty hard thought to wrap your head around, that the people that you trust, because there is a level of trust when you live in a society like we do. There is a level of trust. There has to be. When you go somewhere to buy something, you trust that nobody spit or jacked off in it before you eat it, right? You trust that the elected officials are going to do what you elected them to do. You trust that the teachers in the school are going to keep your kid safe, right? All that stuff. There's a level of trust. And That's a horrifying thought to think that I trusted you and you're trying to destroy me. But is it happening? Yeah. Bad Llama Yurakiyu. I know I fucked that one up. But what was my rating? Do you mean in the Navy? I was a bosun mate. Ooh, here we go. Yes, I love it. Todd Campbell says, man, you are a coon. Hey, mods, don't kick this fucking idiot out. Todd, that's the best you got. Now, some people would say, Jericho, man, just go on. Don't even entertain this fool. But you guys know how I love the low road. Bad Llama Yurukiyu says, I assume it wasn't mess specialist. What's that supposed to mean? I did work on the mess decks when I was in the Navy. Are you implying I can't cook? I don't understand. But back to Todd. Todd, why don't you engage me in conversation, Todd? What do you mean that I'm a coon? How? Go ahead, explain yourself. Explain yourself, Todd. How am I a coon? Ooh, and what a good one. I never heard coon before, you fucking dummy. Bad Llama, I'm just going to go by that, man. I want to butcher your last name. Me too for a few months. Yeah, when you get on board and you're undesignated, you got to hit those mess decks for 3 months. We call it cranking. You do it in boot camp too. You crank for a few months in there too. But yeah, I hit the mess decks, and I would often help with the captain's mess. So I would sometimes cook for the captain, certain dishes. I made a couple dishes for the crew. They loved it, and he heard about it and was like, hey, hook me up. Verse Pro, I'm a proud coon. Yeah, me too. Like, what the fuck? Coon? Like, don't you realize I'm an adult? And calling me a coon doesn't mean shit. Do you think I'm gonna go in here and fucking and my wife's gonna go, babe, what's wrong? Some random motherfucker that I don't even know and will never meet and couldn't give less of a shit about called me a coon. Todd says, do you have a phone number? I'll cock up. What does that mean? What does that mean, cock up? Do you know what C-A-L-K means, Todd? You numbnut. And you didn't even spell that right. I thought you meant caulking, like you put caulking around a bathtub or something like that. That's C-A-U-L-K. What the fuck does C-A-L-K mean? Do you mean talk, Todd? Did you mean you would call and talk to me? Do you think I'm going to give you my fucking phone number, Todd? Bad Llama says only fire on board at sea was a mess. We had an oil leak, but no fires on board. Like, get the fuck out of here. You think I'm gonna give you my phone number, you dumb son of a bitch? Get out of here with that shit. Coon. Ooh, and then he used the coon emoji, so in case his words didn't cut me deep enough, the emojis would finish me off. Hey, Todd, do you have any plans on moving out of your mother's house? Do you have any plans on stopping what you guys do at night? Huh? And Derek Molino, cocksucker. Yeah. Todd, you're a cocksucker. C-A-L-K. Cocksucker. Get out of here with that shit. He said, give me your phone number. I'll cock you up. Yeah, Scott. Sit on a cock, fucking idiot. God, what a dumb shit. Get the fuck out of here, Todd. Hey, Todd, get the fuck out of here. Matthew Mitten says Todd is Todded. Yeah, you sure the fuck are. Where are you, Todd? I don't see any comments from you. I see a bunch of people here clowning your stupid ass. You still here? Oh, cock up. What the fuck does that mean? I don't want you cocking up with me. What the fuck does that even mean, you freak? Freak! All right, Todd, I'll give you one more chance to reply, and this better be good. I'm going to have you blocked. This better not be stupid. You guys cross your fingers for Todd. What's he going to say next? Todd, you have one final chance to remain here. One final chance. What are you going to say, Todd? What's he going to say, guys? Is it going to be good? Or is it going to be stupid? Oh, Lord. I don't know. Is he gone? I don't see any more comments from Todd. His mom probably called him in there to rub between her toes. Fucking jackass. Dude, you got a phone number? I'll cock up. Ew. What does that mean? What does that mean? Nothing? I'll go down here one more time. Todd. Calling all Todds. Calling all wee Todds. Nothing? I guess he's gone. Scared him off. Scared him off like we were waving around a job application. Fucking jackass. Like, what do people think that does? Do they think that hurts? Does that really? Do you really think that hurts somebody's feelings? Coon, get the fuck out of here. Bad Llama says I was RM TAD as a BM. Oh, temporary assignment of duty as a BM for a couple of unfortunate months because of scheduling. Yeah, Bosa's Made is not fun. That's for sure. A lot of rust busting and whatnot. But we sure had fun when we went out to port or in the port, man. That's for damn sure. We probably had too much fun, if we're being honest. Ooh, anywho. So let's check this out. Spunbrain65 says, I'm choking. Don't. Can't lose you, man. Can't fucking lose you. Scott Clay. Todd, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Mods, if you see Todd's dumbass in here again, go ahead and block him permanently. You shitbag. Okay, so let's see if I can find a split screen of this. Okay, check it out. Now, what I want to find is an article with a split screen so we can see the before and after. I think we might have it right here. So this says this is the Great El Paso cleanup. So it says El Paso. Hold on. El Paso cleans up migrant camps before Joe Biden border visit. Migrant camps. Would you like a migrant camp? Hey, they're just a bunch of migrants. They're not illegal. They're migrants. So they must have come here legally. And they're camps. They got tents, marshmallows. They're singing their country's version of campfire songs, probably telling some ghost stories. Ooh. They're camps, guys. Here, let me share the screen with you. I want to share. I'm going to share with you. Okay. Here we go. El Paso, the Great El Paso cleanup. So here we are. Here's the camp. These are the campers. You ever been to a camp like this? You ever did this when you were camping? Have a raging trash fire? Because that's what that looks like. Some guy, one guy's lighting a cigarette. Another guy's already smoking a cigarette. Glad you guys got cigarette money. Glad that you're fleeing a war-torn country and you're seeking asylum, but you still got money for cigarettes. Any smokers in the house? Huh? I thought cigarettes were pretty expensive. I thought cigarettes were pricey. But hey, you know, when you're running from tyranny and oppression, got to grab your smokes. Got to have money for smokes, right? Spun Bearing, thank you again. He says the group home van picked up Todd. Todd the Wad. Yeah, he had to get back. He knows he has to be back in the group home before sundown. He has to do his chores. He has to do his chores and put away his laundry and eat his vegetables, you fucking clown. So it says authorities in El Paso have been tearing down migrant encampments under cover of darkness and dispatching hundreds of migrants across the border to Mexico ahead of President Biden's scheduled Sunday visit. Are you fucking kidding me? So you do have the ability to make them wait on the other side of the border. You just don't want to. So how stupid is that? Okay, come in here illegally. All right, get out of here while he's visiting. Okay, come back when he's gone. All right. Encampments near the downtown bus station and the Sacred Heart Church, which operates a shelter, have been dismantled by local authorities over the last 2 nights as the city prepares to host President Biden's first visit to the southern border, according to a photographer for the Post who witnessed it. So this is your first, I didn't realize that. This is your first time to the border? Our border's wide open. Fentanyl's killing over 100,000 people a year. Your citizens are being harmed and killed by illegals because they're not just coming here for a better life. Some of them are criminals there, and they're coming here to be criminals. Some of them have been sent here by their government because they're pieces of shit, and they want to get rid of them. If you're the leader of a country and they come to you and say, hey, you can get rid of, you can give us 100,000 of your citizens. Which citizens you going to give up? The productive ones, the successful ones, the good ones? No, you're going to give up the shit ones because you don't want them. What do you think they're doing to us? But no, you just want to come here. Shut the fuck up. 6 buses loaded with mostly Venezuelan migrants were spotted crossing a downtown bridge to Ciudad Juarez, the city of Juarez, the frontier city in Mexico, Saturday, as police escorted dozens more to a pedestrian crossing. Get out of here. He's coming. Get out of here. No. This is the perfect time to leave those people there so you can kind of rub his nose in it. You know, your dog pisses or shits in the house. I've seen this before. I've done this before. You rub their nose in it. Don't do this anymore. This is bad. Don't do it. So this was their opportunity to rub Biden's nose in his shit. But no, of course not. And who did this come down from the federal level? Because Texas is supposed to be one of the good ones. Texas is supposed to be one of the good states. So why would you? Was Governor Abbott overpowered? Did they go over his head? How did the Texas officials allow this to happen? This blatant lie, this blatant distortion. How did they let that happen? And Governor Abbott sent Biden a letter explaining what the fuck is going on. And Biden's talking head, his mouthpiece, said, "Oh, we didn't need to read that." And they didn't even read the letter. What else is Biden doing? Waiting for his butterscotch pudding to cool enough so he can eat it? He didn't have time to read this letter, or let's be honest, have somebody read it to him. So this is one of the immigrants. People are saying that if you are out in the streets, the Border Patrol will get you and deport you because the president is coming to El Paso. And they don't want to show him the reality of things, said Maria Rodriguez from Venezuela. Well, let's be, you guys know I like to be authentic. People are saying that if you are in the streets, the Border Patrol will take you and deport you because the president is coming to El Paso and they don't want to show him the reality of the things, said Maria Rodriguez 23 from Venezuela. I hope we get shelter tonight because it took us a lot of courage to go out of that dumpster after 3 days. We just don't want to keep running. All we are asking for is one chance. Well, Maria, what the fuck do you think American citizens are asking for? One chance. And you're going to come up here and take it? We're supposed to have sympathy for you? I hope we get a shelter tonight because it took a lot of courage to come out of the dumpster after 3 days. I don't care. I don't care, Maria. I don't care. You want to come up in this bitch. You want to get past the velvet rope to Club USA. Huh? You want to get up in here? Get your ass in line, Maria. But they're telling them, hey, get the fuck out of here. The president's coming. We can't have this shit out here. Oh, here's Here's Joan Enriquez, 21. I really think politicians are playing with us. Both sides, Democrats and Republicans. We are props to them because, like Biden, he first said he wanted to help us, and then he shut the border down, and we can find a way to get legal in this country. Well, Joan Enriquez, again, I don't give a fuck. That dumbass shouldn't have told you to come here because the average everyday American does not want you here illegally. I'm for stopping immigration of all kinds for a while. If you made it here and you're a citizen now, good for you. We need to cut that shit off. If we don't got enough doctors and engineers and all the shit we need to do something to create those motherfuckers right here. Because we don't need no more people. We don't need them. And for this dude to have the nerve to say both sides are playing, that's them. That's our stupid ass federal government. We're not playing with you. We don't want you here. You're taking our slice of the fucking pie. The more of you that come over here, the smaller our slice of pie gets. That's the fact. We don't like that. It's unfortunate that they're playing with you. Not for us. We don't want this shit. Ain't that some shit? That you should have left it out there. You should have left every damn one of those people out there. You did this, Joe. Grab him by the back of his neck, not too hard, because you don't want dust and the sands of time to come spilling out. But put his face in it. You did this, you little bastard. You 720-year-old bastard. And you brought your kids up here. You put your kids through that shit. That's not cool. This ain't, oh my God, I brought my family to a better country. No, that's not it. You're not heroic. You're not courageous. You're a coward. Stay in your country and fix it, or come to this bitch illegally, or legally, excuse me. You guys have already mastered the illegal version. The fuck? Don't you want to be sleeping in the sun in the middle of the day like a damn cat in the windowsill? Look at this shit. When's the last time you napped in the middle of the day? Not me. Where are you going? Where are you ladies going? Police, yeah. Fuck out of here, man. Look at this shit. This shit drives me crazy. Even when I see homeless people doing this shit. Middle of the day, sunshine, and your ass is asleep. I'm out here trying to make a damn living, and you're fucking counting sheep. Man. Like he doesn't know? Like he doesn't know that's what it's like down there, but let's clean it up anyway. Let's do it like Brazil and China when they have the Olympics. No starvation here, no communism here, just happy country people. Spunbearing 65, thank you again. Oh, you already got that. I already got that one. Okay, cool. I'm double checking because when I share the screen, I can't see what's happening in the comment section. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss nothing. I didn't miss nothing. This don't make no fucking sense to me. Why are you playing with these people? They shouldn't even be here. Be like Ingrid. That's our slogan. That's America's slogan. Be like Ingrid De La Rosa. Come here the right way. And when you come here the right way, you appreciate it. That makes your assimilation easier. That makes you assimilate in the first place. Because if you don't earn it, if you don't earn your citizenship, you're not going to appreciate it. You're not going to become American. I've said this ever since I started on YouTube. Illegals don't want to be American. They just want to be in America. There's a difference. You want to get jumped into this gang? You got to take on our beliefs. You have to take on our culture. Can you still celebrate your country's culture in your home? Of course. But if your culture is fucked up, no, you can't. There's only one culture in this country, American culture. Multiculturalism is bullshit. It's destructive and it's dangerous. You can't have multiple sets of beliefs. And America's culture, Western culture, is the best. It is the most generous, the most kind, and the most prosperous. You have to assimilate. You have to add to our country, not start your own. That's bullshit. You can still have your customs and stuff from your country. You dress a certain way, you celebrate certain things at a certain time of year. Great. But if you have parts of your culture like you find in South America, up until what, 2013, the legal age of consent in Mexico was 12. That's barely 10 years ago. Shit like that. That part of your culture, you can't bring that shit up here. You can't bring that weird, perverted shit up here. We don't do that. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Just stay the fuck out of here. Don't come here. I don't know. I don't have a problem not going to other countries. There's many countries I'll never go to. Many. Remember the commandant from Police Academy? Many. I'm just saying. That's a no-go. And then again, we let you come here illegally, crowd these streets like a homeless horde. Yeah, Commandant Lassard, Commandant Eric Lassard, many. We let you come here illegally, line the streets. Then go. He's coming. Go. Like we're like a teenager hiding their boyfriend or girlfriend in the closet because their parents just came up the driveway. Go hide. No. Right? And then he's gone. Okay, come back. It's cool. Come back. How about you stop all that bullshit and just leave him over there in Mexico to begin with? Don't let him come over here illegally in the first place, and then you don't have to play fucking hokey pokey with these fucking illegals. You come into the country, you come out of the country. You come back into the country, we let you go in the interior. And then we want you to come back in 2 years to see if we're going to kick you out for good. Heidi Booth, you're right again. Hit that like button, people. Like and sub and like. That's just disgusting, man. And they shouldn't be playing with those people like that. You should be ringing that dinner bell for those people to come up here because there's not enough dinner to go around. We're barely eating. We're going to bed hungry and you invite other mouths over here to eat what little food we have. That makes no sense. It's just some things other cultures do that we don't accept here. Our culture, it's not always, cultures they're all the same. Some are different. No, some cultures are fucked up, sick, and disgusting, and archaic and barbaric. That's what they are. We have the best culture. If you want to come here, you got to assimilate. Am I the only one that you feel a pressure when you go to another country? You feel a pressure to assimilate. You want to seamlessly blend into their society. You don't want to be the we're reading your dictionary, your Spanish to English dictionary. They heiress too. You don't want to be like that. You just want to slip right in there. Assimilate. And it's a sign of respect. It's a sign of respect for me to adopt your cultures and assimilate to it. Yeah, Creole lady. When in Rome. Maybe it's just me. I'm crazy. Sorry. She's the ramblings of a crazy man. And a bomb went off at the Golden Globes. Holy shit. Man, oh man. So I'm going to find that. But while I'm looking for it, tonight, it's Wednesday, people. You know what we do on Wednesday nights. Double Impact, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Myself, Sean, Gabe. I already put the link in the in my page under community. Just go to my page. It's on there. But that's where we break down action movies from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. But today we're doing a bit of a departure, a war film, because we're doing Denzel movies this month. We just did Book of Eli last week. We're going to do Man on Fire, Crimson Tide. But this week is Glory, that Civil War era movie he did with Morgan Freeman, Matthew Broderick, Carl Els. Is that how you say that guy's name? The guy that played Wesley on Princess Bride? As you wish. Els, is that how you say that guy's last name? Because it's Elwes. Elwes? I doubt that. So anyway, that guy's in it too. Great movie. And we'll be talking about that tonight. I just finished watching it this morning. And it's so funny how people back then, the men back then, not just the men, but the people who were slaves back then, the black folk who were alive back then, they had such a pride for this country. They wanted to fight for this country, despite what this country had done, despite what this country had put them through. They wanted to fight. They had pride in this country. They wanted better for them and their families. And basically what they did was they formed the 54th Regiment. There's a first colored regiment, and it was a bunch of volunteers. People volunteered. And they trained them, how to march, how to, basically put them through boot camp. Could you do that now? Could you take a bunch of young black men today? And are there some who could do that, who would be willing to do that? Yes. But I have a feeling that the numbers might be a little bit lower if you did that shit now. Because there's not that pride in this country. This not only pride for the country, but for family. A lot of these guys left their families, and that's why they were fighting for a better world and a better country for their family. Great movie. But there's some scenes in there that if you're susceptible to crying, well, grab some tissue. Because that scene where they whipped Denzel, oh, that was crazy. So last night, was it last night? Yeah. Was the Golden Globes. And the guy who hosted them is a comedian named Gerard Carmichael. Now, I don't know if he does some writing and stuff, but he's a comedian and he had a TV show like I mentioned before, and it sucked. It really sucked. Or Monday. Okay, it was on Monday night. It sucked bad. And it wasn't on very long. But he was hosting it, and he starts off by saying, and I'm glad he said it, and I don't think he was saying it for laughs. I think he was maybe that too. Maybe the laugh was a byproduct of what he was saying, but I think he was making a larger point by saying this. And he starts off by saying, the reason I'm here is because I'm black. And that's true. Because Gerard Carmichael has not done enough in the world of television. This is a television award to warrant him hosting it, nor does he have like this huge name or something to be hosting it. And he's there because he's black, and it was not funny. But I'm going to pull up Gerard Carmichael Golden Globes. This is not it. What is this shit? Oh, okay. So, clicked on an ad. All right, let me try to find just him talking and not somebody else breaking it down. And then Eddie Murphy got on there and said some funny shit. Let me see if I can find just Eddie Murphy. Hold on a second. It was hella funny. He got up there, you know, people thinking he's going to have some profound shit. He's like, there's 3 things you need to know to have longevity and blah, blah, blah in this business. And then he lists off the 3 things, and it's hilarious. And I'm glad that somebody had the balls to do it. Let's see, I'm getting it to the part. Let's see. Naming all the people, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me share the screen with you. So this is what Eddie Murphy said last night, which was hella funny. And I'm glad he said it. We need more comedians to come out and do this, because the comedians are, they're the social scouts. They go out in front of everybody else and see what's out there before anybody else, and they kind of test the waters for us. So here's what Eddie Murphy said.
That there is a definitive blueprint that you can follow to achieve success, prosperity, longevity, and peace of mind. It's a blueprint, and I followed it my whole career. It's very simple. There's 3 things. You just do these 3 things. Pay your taxes.
Hell yeah, Wesley Snipes, tell him.
Mind your business. And keep Will Smith's wife's name mouth.
Oh, that was nice. Keep Will Smith's wife's name out your fucking mouth. That was hella funny. Good job, Eddie. Now let's see here.
Welcome to the 80th annual.
Okay, here's Gerard Carmichael. Here's what he said.
Golden Globe Awards. I am your host, Gerard Carmichael. Sure. And I'll tell you why I'm here. I'm here because I'm Black.
Now, when I was watching this the first time, you see how he's not laughing, very dry humor, but that's kind of his comedy. He's kind of that in that Steve Wright type of comedian. You know, that's part of the comedy is his dry humor, him not breaking character. Stephen Wright, Anthony Jeselnik is really good at this, at the dry humor. So that's what I thought it was going to be. Because that first line, as I said before, he's stating a fact. He's telling you, hey, the only reason I'm here is because I'm Black, because it's woke shit, and want to make all you fucking weird, guilt-ridden white liberals out here feel like you're helping the colored people. Oh my God, I feel so happy I helped a little Black boy. So he's saying that, and he's being serious, but he's also being funny, because what makes things funny is a little truth in it. So I thought he was going to continue to be funny, but funny didn't last long.
I'll catch everyone in the room up. If you settle down a little bit, I'll tell you what's been going on. This show, the Golden Globe Awards, did not air last year because the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which I won't say they were a racist organization, but they didn't have a single Black member until George Floyd died. So do with that information what you will.
Damn. I don't know. I just realized this. Maybe Gerard Carmichael is there to blow this whole thing up, because that's true. And he's not saying, or maybe he is saying, he's saying that they should have a Black member. I don't think so. I don't think you should have a Black member unless they're a qualified Black member. No one should be on there unless they're qualified. But he's saying they didn't have a Black member until George Floyd, which means they don't give a fuck. This shit ain't real. They don't care. They're just doing that from world pressure. And I don't know anything about the foreign Hollywood press, but is it actually a foreign group of people giving awards to American actors? I don't know. That sounds weird.
I'll tell you how I got here. why am I here on the stage with you guys tonight? Well, I was at home. Drinking tea, and I got a phone call from my man, Stephen Hill. Stephen Hill is a great producer, and he said, Gerard, really, I'm honored to be making this phone call. He said, I'm producing the 80th Golden Globes, and it would be an honor if you would agree to join as the host. I was like, whoa. You know, like 1 minute you're making mint tea at home. The next you're invited to be the black face of an embattled white organization. Life really comes at you fast, you know? So I said, Stephen, I'm torn. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little torn because, you know, one, it's a great opportunity. Thank you for the call. But I'm only being asked to host this, I know, because I'm black. And Stephen said, let me stop you right there, Gerard. He said, you were being asked to host this show because you're talented. You're being asked to host this show because you're charming. He said, you're being asked to host this show because you are one of the greatest comedians of a generation.
Oh, hold the fuck on. I don't know about it. Whoa. You pouring it on a little thick, buddy.
But Steven's black, so what does he know? Like, he's only producing this show because he's black. They're not going to tell him why he's here either.
True.
So I said, Steven, this is a lot for me. Let me call you back. So I did what I do when I have a moral racial dilemma. I called the homegirl Avery, who, for the sake of this monologue, represents every black person in America. And I said to Avery, Avery, they asked me to host the Golden Globes. And I said, you know, what should I do? And she said, ooh, Buki, I'm so proud of you. Now, remind me, which award show was that again? And I told her what the show was, and I told her about how last year didn't air because of the no black people thing. And she was like, well, how much are they paying you? And I said, well, Avery, it's not about the money, honestly. It's about the moral question of whether I should allow. And she said, Gerard, enough of that. How much are they paying you? And I said, $500,000. And she said, boy, if you don't put on a good suit and take them white people money. And I kind of.
So, not funny so far. I think if he had a problem with it, then he shouldn't have done it. Because once you take the money, then it kind of makes your point moot of black. It's only because I'm black and only because he's black and all this shit. It kind of mutes all that because you took the money. So other than to make these people uncomfortable, which I don't think is going to change them in any way, I don't understand what this was about.
I forget that, like, where I'm from, like, we all live by a strict take the money mentality. I bet black informants for the FBI in the 60s, still, like, their families were still proud of them. Like, they were like, you heard about Clarence's new job? They're paying him $8 an hour just to snitch on Dr. King. It's a good government job. And I called Stephen back and I said, I'm happy to do this. And I was really proud of that decision until I got an email from my publicist saying that Helen, the president of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, wanted to have a one-on-one sit down with me. And I said, no, thanks. A trap when I hear a trap.
I don't know.
And I thought it went away.
I can't fucking do this anymore. I can't fucking do this anymore. I don't understand. That shit was weird. It's not funny. Remember Ricky Gervais got up there and shit on all those people in Hollywood for being perverts. And he said, if Al Qaeda had a streaming service, you'd be on it right now. That was funny. There's a way to be funny when you shit on people. There's a way to be funny. And Ricky Gervais gave us a masterclass on that. That was too damn funny. But there were also people laughing in the crowd. And JJ Finnegan, it's just not comedy, it's victimhood. That shit was, what the fuck was that? Are you there to be funny? Or are you there to have some kind of message? And if you're there for a message, that's not the kind of place. That's not the kind of place to have your message, to sit up there and talk about all that bullshit. That was weak. And again, I was excited to see his TV show. I hadn't seen his stand-up yet, but it was a new guy, and he was with David Allen Greer. It's got to be funny. No, it wasn't. And again, once you take the money, once you took that $500,000, shut the fuck up. What do you mean? You don't got nothing to say. You took the money, fool. That's like a woman who accuses some rich guy of committing sexual assault against her. But you took the quiet money, so stay quiet. You took the quiet money. You should have stayed quiet, Gerard Carmichael. And to call him, I'm sorry, what did you call him? One of the greatest comedians of a generation? What generation? Did a generation get shorter and we didn't know about it? What time frame are you talking here? How far back does the beginning of this generation go? Because if you're talking a comedian in the last 5 years, I don't know. But if you're talking 10, 15, 20 years, you're out of your fucking mind. Gerard Carmichael couldn't hold a candle to some of the stand-up comedians out there. Man, that shit was weak. Yeah, Spun Baron, shut the fuck up. Give it back. Come on, man. You took the money. You took the damn money. Golly, man. That shit was weak. Teo Messis the last 10 days, maybe. Maybe. But even the last 5 years. I mean, there's a comedian named Lil Rel. He's from Chicago. Dude, it's hilarious, man. Come on. 666. Never heard of him. And before, not too long ago, neither had I. And I wish I never had. I wish I never watched that TV show. I wish I never watched his stand-up comedy, because his stand-up special was an hour of that. Different material, but that level of funny, if you want to call it, and awkwardness. Mental Maiden Hell. That was hilarious. He always tells us the truth and exposes hypocrisy, which is what we need. Everyone has a price, for sure. But it could have been done differently. It could have been, again, Ricky Gervais, it could have been done in a funny way. That was not funny. If you want to get up there and expose, go ahead, but you're supposed to be funny because you're the host. That's why they get comedians up there. You're supposed to be, yeah, you can bring some truth, some knowledge, but you got to have more comedy than knowledge. It's got to be like 70-30. Comedy to, dropping knowledge or exposing shit. I get that, but nah, man. JJ Finnegan, Lavelle Crawford, that dude's hella funny too. I think he would have did a great job. He would have done a great job up there. Lavelle Crawford. Captain Tight Pinkman getting lectured for an hour and calling it comedy. Yeah, that's what that was. And even if you're making fun of people, you can still get them to laugh. That's part of comedy. You can talk shit to people, but make it funny. That was not funny. That was a bomb. That was a Hiroshima level bomb. So I'll be getting up out of here soon. Today is my daughter's birthday. My daughter Ruby, she is 11 today. My wife and I stayed up late last night decorating. What we do with our kids is we'll cut out a bunch of numbers. Like yesterday, I did a 1 on a piece of cardboard, cut it out, and then we use it as a template, and we cut out a bunch of numbers, and we put their age, we stick them all over the wall. I don't know why we started doing that a long time ago, but the kids love it. They look forward to it. So we stuck a bunch of 11s everywhere, and my wife bought some little banners that she hung up and stuff. We're having some people over for dinner tonight to celebrate, and then she has a party this weekend at the skating rink. Kenneth Jackson, Jericho, is Richard Pryor your favorite comedian ever? He's one of them. I don't know if I can pick one. There's just too many. It's like going to a buffet saying you can only get one thing, though. No, but he's definitely one of them for sure. But we're gonna have some people over. She has a party this weekend with her friends and stuff at the skating rink. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out with her and stuff. We're gonna open presents before everybody gets here. And then yesterday was my wife and I's 14th wedding anniversary. I don't know if any of you parents out there have your anniversary the day before or after your child's birthday, but it does throw a wrinkle into things because you're preparing for their birthday the next day, but it's still your day to celebrate. But we've mastered it. MGTOW, Michigander. Thank you. He was only able to take the money because he promised to complain about his fake victimhood. Yeah, man, I'm sure that money came with more strings attached than a damn guitar, for sure. But he took it. Once you take it, shut the fuck up. So yeah, yesterday was our anniversary. Today's my daughter's birthday. This weekend's a party. A lot of shit going on in the Green household. Rex Rocker, my birthday is February 29th. I'm 5 years old. Pretty smart for a 5-year-old. And my son's birthday is next month. So it's going to be great, man. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Happy to be here. Red Fox. I'll put him up there too, for sure. Because some of these comedians begat other ones and begat them and blah, blah, blah. Mike Griffith. My dick was so hard it could cut diamonds. Richard Pryor. He said, my dick was harder than Times in 29. Yeah, hilarious. But thank you guys for being here. We'll be here tomorrow. I'm going to do that video talking about Miss Reiner and her award. Yay. And appreciate it. I'll see you guys here mañana, 1 p.m. PST. You were great. I was great. We were great. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.